what is up, guys? I hope y'all had a really good ECCC hunting day this past Thursday, the 2nd. Mine, for the most part, turned out pretty well, got most of the things I wanted, but it was a little bit more frustrating and disorganized than NYCC and SDCC. A lot of the stores really dropped the ball, I think, this time around. The very first thing I picked up, ordered, was a Spastic Plastic 3-pack from the Funko shop. That one I think is actually still available, I think, because it's Dorbs and characters that people don't necessarily recognize. It turned out to be less popular than I thought it was going to be. And I also picked up El Diablo, which I thought was a Spastic Plastic character, but actually he was originally a Wacky Wobbler. And I do anticipate them coming out with variants in the future, one in a blue suit, maybe one in a gold suit as well, because there is a Wacky Wobbler of El Diablo in a gold suit that I think looks really cool. And this morning I picked up T-Bone, which is a Spastic Plastic character. He's basically a cow, holding a steak. Pretty original, pretty cool, so I'm glad I was able to get those. But yeah, El Diablo and T-Bone, those are actually sold out now. So the first actual physical store we went to on Thursday was Target to try to find the Buff Rick and Buff Summer 2-pack. And I did get it, but this was super annoying because there was one guy in the electronics section, and yeah, I understood he had, a whole cart of go-backs to put away. But, we have a question, and we asked him about this, and of course, he was giving us a bunch of attitude, talking about like, well, before I help anybody, I gotta finish these go-backs. And we're like, well, how long is that gonna take, dude? So probably like 30 minutes. And we're like, okay, well, I guess I'll go to customer service and ask them if they can help me out. And then he goes, well, no, if you do that, they're just going to call me to tell. I'm like, okay, well, then can you just help us out? And I told him about this, and he said he didn't have any idea. He said to go check the Funko section. Obviously we already did that. But eventually he did agree to go look in the back. Very reluctantly, though, man. He just kept giving attitude about every little thing we asked him to do. And we weren't asking rudely or anything. It's just... I would go back there and look for it myself if I could. But he comes out, starts checking under the registers, and he actually finds them in the registers. But this is before he did that, he actually goes, well, they're probably not street dated yet. I'm like, well, they're street dated for today. Like, today is when they're supposed to be released. And I even had a picture on my phone, with, like a Target ad showing them, like, these are released today. So he finally, looked under the register, and he actually had one. He pulled the first one out, but the box was totally mangled up, and it didn't help that he slammed it down, and it did have like a rubber band around it with a post-it note, and the rubber band was on so tight that it was digging into the box and the window. So I was like, oh, do you have another one? Pulls out the next one that looked okay, but he just grabs it and he slams it down super hard, and he like bent up the window and I was like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, well, okay, do you have another one, and can you please maybe just hand it to me, so I can look at it. Sorry, I'm picking about the boxes, So he pulls out this one, and this one was okay, thank goodness, right? But he did grab it back from me and kind of like started to jam it in between like this little display on the register, like, and started bending up the window again. And I just grab it. I'm like, dude, can you not do that? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But luckily this one's good. And it did have the rubber band, but it was like a thinner rubber band, so it didn't dig into the cardboard. This is the only little flaw right here, but it's very minor. But yeah, these guys look good. Pretty annoying. I mean, it did take like 40 minutes of going back and forth with this guy to get them, but they look awesome. I think the Buff Summer is hilarious with her little arm pumped like that. I wasn't originally going to get these because I thought they were kind of ugly, but now that I see them in person, I'm very glad that I did get them. And I guess somebody else got lucky and got those other two, but those boxes were messed up. Yeah, Target only got 3 of these, which is kind of ridiculous, but lucky enough to find this one. So after Target, thankfully there wasn't any traffic getting to Hot Topic because we spent way more time in Target than we thought we were going to spend. And we got to Hot Topic around 10 minutes before they were going to open. And there was already around 12 people there. I was surprised. There was more people there waiting for Hot Topic this time than NYCC and SDCC. Probably because of this Captain America, which is maybe the most popular pop of this con. and it's definitely the one I wanted the most. He looks really cool. But yeah, like another 6 people did kind of show up right before it opened, so it was pretty packed in there, and these Captain Americas, literally in about 2 minutes, were all gone. And I don't blame people for grabbing more than one. I grabbed more than one just because this guy is really awesome, and I know that some people I'm friends with weren't going to be able to go, because they were working or for whatever reason couldn't make it out there. So I did grab more than one. Everybody did pretty much. So I feel like there was a couple people that missed out, but it's like, hey man, you snooze, you lose, I guess. But yeah, they probably could have had 3 times the Captain Americas they had and still probably would have sold them all out in the first 10 minutes. But I'm glad I got one. We had to be quick. Actually, let me take this guy out because he looks really awesome and I need to see him up close. But yeah, look how cool this guy looks. I think this is definitely the release of the con, man. It's kind of like the Killing Joke Joker for NYCC. I think this is going to end up being everybody's favorite. Paint job is absolutely flawless. Really like the old school shield. It even has some scratches. Looks all battle worn. Helmet looks really cool. Yeah, really glad I was able to pick up this guy. Now these ones didn't go as fast as the Captain America. And there was maybe still around, I don't know, 10, 12 of these left over. But everyone was grabbing 1 or 2 of these. And this is another one I wasn't originally going to get. But once I saw it in person, I did like it. I do like this paint job they gave Barb. The upside down Barb. But it is just a repaint of the common one. And also, this 11, all it is the Hot Topic exclusive 11, but without the bubble helmet. It's pretty much what they did. And put them in a 2-pack. But I still wanted to get it. Still looks pretty cool. I like the packaging. I like that they use the lights. And yeah, Hot Topic was, of all the stores, the only one that really nailed it once again. They had a lot of pops. They had them when they opened. You didn't have to ask anybody. They have them there. They know people want to buy them. And, they're in the business of making money. So I don't blame them. Target, extremely frustrating. So after this, I wanted to go to Walmart to try to find that Michigan J Frog. But that was like, I knew we weren't going to find them because Walmart seems to be the absolute worst when it comes to actual con exclusives. They were actually nice about trying to help us. But they really didn't have any idea what we were talking about. I was showing them pictures. I was trying to explain to them what they were. They couldn't even find it in their computers. And then at one point, the lady calls back to the toy department. And she's like, we have a customer here looking for a Funko frog. It's just it was funny. Like I could tell the other customers were just looking at us like, what are these guys looking for? But of course, Walmart didn't have it. It's not online. It wasn't in store. It's kind of annoying because they turned it into just like a luck game, I guess. Like eventually they'll get a few in store, but unless you work there or you're going there every single night, like at 11 when they're restocking, you're not going to find it. I mean, unless you're just extremely lucky. But yeah, they turned it into a giant crapshoot pretty much. And the only Michigan J Frogs that I see on eBay all have the actual con sticker on them. They don't have this shared exclusive sticker. They have the actual Emerald City Comic Con sticker on there. So I have a feeling nobody has gotten their hands on the actual Walmart version of it. So Walmart was another big fail. And besides the Captain America, I really wanted to get the Muftak and the Creeper from FYE. But the FYE in my area is about an hour and a half away, depending on the traffic. So I really didn't want to just drive out there on the chance that they might have one. So I called them and they didn't get any of their exclusives. So I'm glad I called them. It's unfortunate that a place like FYE that does sell a lot of pops didn't get their exclusives. Not sure if it's FYE's fault, Funko's fault, whose fault it is. I have a feeling it's the actual stores that don't handle their distribution right because Hot Topic always seems to get it right. And it always seems like it's the same stores that screw up. FYE, Walmart, Walgreens. always seem to screw these up. So when I got home, luckily, I mean, it was like 5 o'clock, and I just randomly decided to check FYE's website. Just randomly. And I click on there, and it has the Mooftak and the Creeper, you know, available for order, not sold out. I was like, holy shit, let me just jump right on that. Ordered them both, checked out, got a confirmation email, everything. Texted a couple of friends like, hey dude, go check it out right now. But man, by the time I finished that text and I checked back, they were already sold out. So I want to say they must have sold out in a couple of minutes, because I did check some forums and stuff to see if other people, like, you know, were telling other people that they were live on FYE's website. And the first post was around 5 o'clock. And my confirmation email came in at 5:05. So I was happy about that. But then the next day, I get another email from FYE saying that they had canceled one of the pops in my order. And I was like, dude, are you serious? Which was super annoying, because I saw other people report that they had put the Mooftak back online. So they canceled my order, put more on the website. You know, it's like, well, I think the people that already ordered it should get theirs, you know, like you already ordered and paid. So maybe you should get yours before you go put more on the website. Like, that's super annoying, you know? And then later on, FYE did tweet that there was a mistake with their system, that everybody that got a cancellation email, not to worry, that you're going to get your pops anyway, but I'm not really holding my breath. It's just super annoying. Like, I don't know why these companies make it so difficult for you to give them your money, but hopefully my order does go through. Up in the air whether it is or not. But yeah, FYE also dropped the ball. But as of now, it seems like I'm going to get the Creeper. I have Captain America. I have these 2-packs, which are awesome. And I got El Diablo, T-Bone, and the Spastic Plastic 3-pack, which is what I did want. But overall, pretty frustrating hunt day. A lot of time wasted, but I guess in the end, it does make it more satisfying that I did find the stuff I wanted. You know, it wasn't that easy. It actually felt like a hunt. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know how your hunt day went, if you were able to get everything you wanted, if FYEs in your area actually got their exclusives. Oh yeah, and I forgot about Barnes & Noble. I didn't want anything from Barnes & Noble, but we did stop by there just to see if they did get some, and they didn't. So Barnes & Noble seems to have dropped the ball as well. But yeah, let me know how it was in your area. I'm in California, and I know different states tend to have different experiences. So yeah, let me know how it went for you. All right, guys, take it easy.